Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, another exciting day we are looking at in the market today. You may ask yourself, why am I so excited even though we have some of the red candles showing up? But guys, as I always say, it's all about trading with the structure, and as what I have been saying, pullbacks are possible. And did these pullbacks make us bearish? We'll talk about that in this video, but a spoiler alert, no, they didn't make us any bearish. Pullbacks are giving us a confirmation that bulls are still in control because these pullbacks are already getting bought back up. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at Tesla. Precisely just the scenario I explained to you previously last week that is playing out. We'll take a look at Nvidia as well, AMD, Palantir, S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. Before going further, I also want to let you know none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. Just sharing my opinion, please do your own thing. And definitely, if you are a member on the stocks coverage side on my Patreon, you would have already known all these plays because I provided you just these plays, not on just these particular stocks that I'm going to talk about in this video. I specifically provided the areas to play Tesla, how it would be, and also many other stocks, which I'll be doing a follow-up with the members later today as well on my Patreon. There are many picks this week as well, and those things are looking really nice. All right, let's start off with Tesla. And anyhow, if you need access to any of those details of multiple memberships that I offer on Patreon, check out the details in the description of this video. Please make sure you read through the description of the memberships before joining and deciding which membership you want to join. All right. So Tesla is what we'll be talking about first. Now, as I said, all right, I said on Friday as well. Even before that, I have been saying Tesla is just bullish. And on Friday, I provided you a very scenario. And even on the weekend, I provided you this very scenario. Anything until this blue box until $270 to $277 is just a pullback zone. And I mentioned this very scenario at 200 days moving average. We might see a rejection, which we saw in the morning. We rejected there, came down, found a support where the very area that I mentioned this scenario will play out, but will be still fine. Anyhow, this structure, this area will just remain an area of support, a pullback bullish play. Check out the video that I did on Tesla on Friday. Check out the video that I did on Sunday or Saturday, whenever that was, but on my channel, right? So the very scenario on Tesla I talked about, that very scenario is playing out. Now, what to do moving forward from here? But Tesla is still bullish, guys. Yes, today's pullback is getting bought back up nicely. And let's get to the hourly interval. So yeah, here we are, just finding a support there. As I say, we are just bullish, guys. As long as we continue to stay bullish, as long as we continue to stay above that 277 blue box area, we are just bullish on Tesla, and our buy still remains to an uptrend, and we got a really nice rebound at that very level and the zone, and it can continue to open up the doors. Again, we'll be testing 200 days moving average most likely. Now, everything, though it's looking good, that blue box is still the thing. If we lose that, definitely we will expect weakness to come in Tesla. If we lose $277 to $270 area, this blue box zone, if we stay above it, our bias needs to remain bullish. Now, if we can take out 200 days moving average on a strong volume right away on 5 minutes or an hourly interval tomorrow, this week, $326 is a very likely possibility. I also provided an option tip to the members. All right, and those options tips are already working out really great for us. Very great. All right. Okay, anyways, that's Tesla. Let's take a look at Nvidia now. Nvidia, yes, Huawei's news are coming out every other day, and that's something Nvidia is being affected by, but not necessarily, right? Technicals are giving us a confirmation that we are though still bullish. Okay, as this blue box area I provided you, you can see precisely we are getting bought back up right through that, again through the pullback zone. We are just fine on Nvidia. Our first target definitely remains 115. Let's take a look at the hourly interval. Yes, it did go down But however, that was a near-term pullback on the overall structure. Intraday, yes, that was a weakness below 108, and we tested the level at 106 technically. Yeah, but that's the blue box area that I have been saying. It's a very important one. Until then, we are technically just fine. Now tomorrow, definitely our bias still to remain to an uptrend. I do see a little bit of a lower high building up here. So your extra confirmation for a breakout is also as if we can take this out. So you can use this level 108 and 98 cents. As we can take this out, all good and fine. Great, back again on Nvidia right away. If we come down, definitely let's see if we form a double bottom at 106 area, that blue box zone, because as overall structure is still just fine, we still have this. Let me actually move this line to the let me go to settings. Yeah, let me just move it down to, we don't want to see it on days and weekly. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, things are just looking still fine. Okay. Yeah, so that's Nvidia. AMD technically still fine, as I have been saying, though I want to see it above 99 and 50 cents area for a long-term strength to come back into this thing. At least 108 and 16 may open up. Intraday, it's mostly just, still stabilized. We found a support at one of the significant level, 94.50 cents. Going in today, that was the level we wanted to hold, and we are still holding it, and thus we are still holding an uptrend. AMD, our bias should remain bullish as long as we are still above 94 and 50 cents area. And from here, wherever we are, technically we are bullish. As I said, our bias should remain bullish as long as we are above 94 and 47 cents. All right, let's take a look at Palantir. Palantir, as I have been saying, we are just bullish. $125 is most likely the test we're gonna do. We are still bullish. We're just continuing higher up. Pullbacks are just getting bought back up. And members have been in this place since around down here. So there's a lot of money already being made. So it's just a continuation for us. Let's get to the hourly interval. And let me go down there. Yeah. So on the hourly interval, guys, we are just fine. As I have said, over the weekend as well, that any pullback until this zone, precisely I provided you this particular zone, right? Precisely. We found a pullback and a confirmation and a continuation higher up. We are still bullish. Our bias should still remain bullish. Any of the levels until 110 area are still just a bullish play on this thing. Your bias should remain in an uptrend, and that's what we are in the structure of Palantir as well. Let's take a look at now NASDAQ 100 and S&P 500. So NASDAQ 100, look, this week is an earnings season week. Okay, it's earnings, big cap, big tech coming out, dropping the papers, on the table. Look, anything can happen. We'll see. So far, things are looking okay. Now, NASDAQ 100, right? And we are at 473. Which again, technically we are still in the bullish structure, guys. All right, as we have been above 449. Today's little bit of a dip was just a pullback. Taking a look at the hourly interval, yep, found a support at the very significant level down there. And I mentioned that until here, even near term, we are just fine. If we lose that, some more weakness is possible. That still remains our zone to watch. Above that, we are just bullish, and breakout is definitely above 473 and 82 cents continuation. That can open up us the doors to eventually 485 this week. Let's see actually where we can be heading. Yeah, 485 is likely possibility for this week. Okay, now then we'll see what happens eventually, because we are still below the 200 days moving average across many stocks. But again, these are indices, so we have to treat them as indices. All right, S&P 500, again, just bullish still. Pullbacks are getting bought back up. Our near-term target is $570, okay? Blue box above, I have been saying we will remain bullish. It's just still a continuation to an uptrend. Pullbacks are still getting bought back up, right? Pullbacks are getting still bought back up, okay? Now, tomorrow, S&P 500, again, it's an index. Remember, we have big tech earnings, but as long as we are still above 546 and 85 cents, our bias needs to remain to an uptrend. Definitely, I don't want to see it lose now this level zone of 548 and 68 cents to 549 and 68 cents. We want to stay above it for a strengthful momentum to continue on this to an uptrend. That's all I had for you guys in this video. And with that, guys, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.